guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Rihanna Anise back again with another video. So I'm going to be talking about my favorite subject. That's right, breastfeeding, you guys. Just call me the breastfeeding fairy. So today I just wanted to chit chat, eat some donuts with y'all. You know, just have a little girl chat about what I wish people would have told me about breastfeeding before I started breastfeeding. When I was pregnant with Gianna, I decided that I wanted to breastfeed. I had literally never even seen anyone breastfeed before. So I always said, like, if I'm able to do it, I'm gonna do it. So fast forward, 8 months later, Gianna's here. They put the baby on your chest. The baby gets to suckling right away. You're like, this is just gonna be great. This is gonna be easy. Just like, in the movies or in your head. Baby just latches and you get milk. Well, there's a whole lot of stuff they don't tell you. So the number one thing I wish somebody would have told me before I started breastfeeding is that shit is not easy. It's not, it is a natural thing, but it's also a learned skill for both the baby and for you. So no, you may not just automatically breastfeed. A lot of people do. And if you do, God bless you. That's awesome. But a lot of people like myself struggle at the beginning, either with latch, having inverted or flat nipples. Baby might have a tongue tie, lip tie, so many different things that you never even heard of those things. You just think the baby's just going to come out and latch on your breast and everything's going to be fine. Well, a lot of times it's not. If you haven't watched my breastfeeding struggle story, I will link it below. Hopefully that'll make you feel better about your situation if you are struggling with either your supply or just getting started breastfeeding. Please go watch it. It will hopefully make you feel better because a lot of people struggle. And that's okay. This is not to deter you from doing it. It's just to prepare you mentally if you don't succeed at first to not feel like a failure like I did. Because I totally felt like a failure when I couldn't do it correctly at the beginning. I felt like the worst mother ever. Like I had a mental breakdown. I was crying. It was horrible. And that itself was keeping my supply down, right? Because stress ruins your supply. So if that can help you not stress, you could just remember, hey, Riri told me this might be a struggle. So when it's a struggle, just be like, hey, this is normal. It's a struggle for now. It's very, very short amount of time that you'll be struggling compared to the amount of time that you're actually going to love breastfeeding. But it can be a struggle at the beginning. So that's number one. Number two, cluster feeding. I had never heard of that word. I don't know what I thought. I didn't, like I said, I never even knew anybody, like saw anyone breastfeed or anything like that, like in person or anything, or watched videos on it until I was pregnant. I didn't. So I had no idea like the baby could just like literally want to eat on your boob every hour on the hour, every 45 minutes, every 30 minutes when they're newborn. I had no idea. I'm just like, I'm not producing enough milk. I'm freaking out, again, freaking out because you don't know. So maybe you're freaking out because your baby's eating every 30 minutes. Guess what? That's normal. They just don't tell you. They probably don't tell you because then you're like, oh, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to be tied to this chair for the rest of my life. But again, it's for a short period of time compared to the long, glorious days of breastfeeding ahead, right? But I wish I would have known because then I wouldn't have freaked out thinking she's starving or there's something wrong with her, she's sick or something like that. So that's number two. Number three is something nasty. If you have a weak stomach, you may want to skip number three. A breastfed baby, when they're newborns till about, I'd say about 3 months old, their poop has seeds in it. It's disgusting. As a person that suffers from trypophobia, I think that's how you pronounce it, like any kind of weird shaped holes or circles, I freak out. And that poop, I was not prepared for. The meconium came first. To me, that just looked like really dark, regular people poop. So I thought that's gonna be their poop or maybe a different color version of that. And then after this meconium came, this weird poop with little tiny little, it looked like maggots, honestly, you guys, it's nasty. Little tiny seeds in their poop. was not prepared. But I had to get over that real quick, because that brings me to number 4. What they don't tell you about breastfed babies is at the beginning, they poop a lot. While your homegirl who's feeding their baby formula is waiting for their baby to poop, your newborn baby is pooping 8-10 times a day. That breast milk goes right through them. It's crazy. I wish somebody would have told me that, because at first I thought something was wrong with her when she started pooping 8-10 times a day. I said, oh, she's having diarrhea, something's wrong with her. But the nurse said it was totally normal. Number 5 is kind of the opposite of number 4. Later on in their life, all of a sudden they stop pooping for days at a time, and that is normal. I think Gianna started doing that around 4 or 5 months. 8 times a day gradually was like 3 times a day, and then all of a sudden it just stopped, and she would go days without pooping. And she still can sometimes. She'll go a few days without pooping. Now she started solids, so the pooping has kicked back up again. But she'll go like a day or 2 without pooping, and she'll just be fine. And the doctor says it's fine. Lactation consultant says it's fine. But when it first happens and you don't know anything about a breastfed baby, you think they're constipated. But studies show that a breastfed baby is almost, I think Kelly Mom, it's like 99.9% chance of not being constipated, because breast milk is a natural laxative. So if you solely breastfeed your baby, if they're only getting breast milk, it's a very, very slim chance that they're constipated. It's usually just, it's normal. They're starting to actually use all of that milk now and being able to digest it, and all the nutrients are going to the correct places. So there's no waste left over. So they cannot poop for days. I mean, I remember there's times where she would go like 7-8 days without pooping. Who would have known? That's normal. Number 6 would be the cravings, okay? Like, do you see this? Do you see this action here? This. It's like 36 donuts holes right here, and they're all for me, okay? The cravings. I eat way more now than I did pregnant. And I crave the worst things. All the cheeseburgers, all the fries, all the donuts, all the cake, all the cookies. If it's a white carb, it needs to be in my body. And it doesn't even make me feel bad like it normally does when I'm not breastfeeding or pregnant or anything like that. Like, on a normal basis, that would make me sick to my stomach. I would get a headache. I would get depressed. It like literally gives me fuel now. My weight just stays the same. I can literally eat like 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 calories in a day, and I don't gain a pound. I'm not losing weight either because I'm eating so much, but I don't gain weight at all, and I'm eating a ridiculous amount of food. So that would definitely be something I was not prepared. Breastfeeding does make you lose weight. Believe me, if I wasn't breastfeeding, I would literally be like 400 pounds right now. So it definitely makes you lose weight. And at the beginning, I lost all my baby weight within 4 or 5 weeks. I actually went down below my baby weight. I've gained 10 of those pounds back now because I'm just eating everything. But I'm feeding my baby. I'm happy. She's happy. So for right now, I'm not going to worry about it too much, because when I did try to go back to eating, you know, small meals, eating clean, all that, my milk supply did drop. So I need to figure out a way to trade out those bad carbs for good carbs, but still eat the same amount of calories. If you guys have any tips and tricks for that, drop them below. Because to me, my milk supply is more important than these last 10 pounds. But I wish somebody would have told me that I was going to start eating like a freaking 3-year-old at a birthday party. Look who woke up from their nap. Yes, but the last thing I want to say in this video is, what they don't tell you about breastfeeding is all the dumb stuff that people will say to you about breastfeeding, like especially your family members. Like, you're gonna spoil your kid, your baby's gonna be clingy because they're breastfed, they're gonna be spoiled because they're breastfed, they're gonna be bad because they're breastfed, they're not gonna sleep through the night because they're breastfed. Yes, as a breastfed baby can sleep through the night. I also made a video about that. I'll drop the link below. But yeah, there's all kinds of crazy things that people will say, like breast milk is not real food, you know, all kinds of dumb stuff. And I was not prepared for the amount of dumb things that I hear people say about breastfed baby, when it's literally what God intended the baby to have. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you choose not to breastfeed, that's cool, but like, why bash someone who's choosing to do what nature intended? But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it helped you out if you are planning to breastfeed, because these are things I did not know. So make sure you drop a comment below if you have anything to add. What else did I miss? Is there something that you wish people would have told you about breastfeeding before you started? Also, if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you like seeing mommy and baby videos. And we will see you on the next one. Bye. Can you say bye-bye, Gigi? Bye.